Okay. Today's experiment number 3. Title of the experiment: Study of microstructure of white cast irons, gray cast irons, ESG cast irons, and malleable cast irons. In our lectures, this part, in second chapters, we're going to discuss regarding the white cast iron, gray cast iron, ESG cast irons, malleable. This is the last part of our chapter number 2. But before that, what is actually microstructure of white cast irons and gray cast irons, that we're going to see. Here's I have got one job. It is visible, no? Is it correct? So this is the one job. Let us consider this is the job made from any one cast irons, maybe white cast irons, gray cast irons, ESG cast irons, malleable cast irons. Okay. Now, why there is a need to study of the microstructure of this? Because here's some operations need to continue in our CNC or VMC machine. Before this, we have to check the microstructure and hardness of this material. Why we are going to check this microstructure and hardness of this material? Because the cutting properties, maybe drilling, maybe facing, maybe turning, whatever cutting property and operations are there, it is totally depends upon microstructure and hardness of this material. Okay. So if these jobs having the certain perlite types of material, soft material, ferrite types of material, then it is very easy to drill. Now see that this is the same jobs I have gone for drilling of this. Okay. Now this is the soft. Maybe here perlite, ferrite, hardness is optimums. Then we'll go for drilling. If it is hard, then our drills will not take place. Machining will not take place. So next part, this is the machined parts. This is the machine part. Now this finished product you will get whenever we know the initial mechanical property as well as the microstructure of the materials. Maybe hardness, and what is actually ferrite, perlite, and cementite structure. You know that in our iron carbon diagram, ferrite, this is the very soft material, alpha ferrite, maybe around 0.08% carbon percentage. After that, perlite is a little bit harder than ferrite. And after that, cementite structure is there. Okay. And this cementite structure, it is very hard because of more carbon content. And if you heat these materials above the our critical line temperatures, and if you quench as per the requirement, you will have to get the martensite structure. This we're going to see. But before doing any operations, maybe milling operation, maybe CNC or VMC operations, turning operation, boring operations, whatever operation actually we need to perform of the materials, to get easy operation on that materials, we need to study about the microstructure and hardness of this. If microstructure is cementite or martensite, then it is very critical to make a machining operation, maybe drilling, tapping, turning, facing, etc. Okay. So here's before making any operations, along with the mechanical properties, along with chemical properties, we need to study about the microstructure. In short, you have to remember 3 things when you will be in industry while checking the material. Which 3 things? chemical analysis of the material. Means in this material, what is the carbons, what is the manganese, sulfur, which standard it belongs to, maybe Indian standards, British standards, American standards, Russian GOES standards, Japanese JIC standards. You have to justify which is this material by chemical analysis. Next thing is there, you have to check the mechanical property, tensile, yield, elongation, hardness. And third thing, to check the microstructures. Correct. So these three tests always be there in industry. You have to remember these three things, which is more importance in our mechanical fields related to materials. Initially, we required chemical analysis, next mechanical property, and third microstructures. Okay. So you have to remember, so I would like to ask questions on this. Anyhow, you have to remember which are the important things we need to check in industry. Once again, so I will repeat, chemical analysis, this is the first thing. By chemical analysis, what things you will get, which standard this material belongs to. Indian standard IS, DIN standard, German standard. Okay. Then EN series or British standard, BS standard is there. GOES standards, Russian standard is there. JIC standard, Japanese. SE or AISI, American standard is there. So initially by chemical analysis, we have to justify which standard this material belongs to. And in that standard, what is the category? It may comes under through hardening or case harder, depends upon the heat treatments. After that, we need to check the microstructure and hardness. On microstructure and hardness, we have to justify whether it is machinable or not. If it is not, then we have to go for annealing or normalizing. Next heat treatment process is there. That means we have to make the soft, change the microstructure, change the mechanical property. We can go for machining, and after machining, we have to go for the heat treatment. So like this brief process always be in the industry. So here in this experiment, we're going to study about the microstructure of only cast iron. Okay. And these microstructures we will have to see under the microscope. So here main objective to understand the detailed microstructure of different, what it contains. Maybe here perlites. Now in this experiment, first I will show the PPT and then we'll go to observation of these structures under the microscope. Okay, so to study the microstructure like these questions may be in your external orals, then your campus interview or any other competitive exam. Why there is a need to study the microstructure? Why? Because on these microstructures, your mechanical properties depend. And mechanical property leads to quality and reliability of the product. What is theirs? Quality and reliability is product. It is depends upon mechanical property, and mechanical property it is depends upon the microstructure. So initially we need to study about the microstructures. Now see the microstructure of the white cast iron. So here cemented perlite is there. So average composition of carbon 2.8%, 1% silicon. Okay. So here the perlite is there. So perlites you will have to see in the dark phase. These are the dark phase. This is the perlite. Okay. Dark phases are there. Perlite is there. And dendrite structure is observed. This is called cemented. Dendrites in just like our uh, tree-like structure. So this is the tree-like structure. Dendrite means tree. Tree-like structure is there. This is called cementite, and this is the perlite. Okay. So whenever above 2% carbon is there, so you will have to see these two type of structure, perlite and cementite. Okay. And this is the alternate layer of perlite and ferrite. Okay. So this is the composition of perlite and ferrite. Two composition cementite, but carbon percentage is above 2.8, and here is the silicon. So anyhow, you have to remember the cast irons will start above 2% of carbon, below 2% of carbon steel is there. Here silicon 1% is there. If you observe these microstructures under the microscope, you will have to see the perlite here, and here is the cementite. Okay. So here two phase of dendrite structure is observed. Two phase. It is in the solid forms. And cementite's bright phase, while perlite is the dark phase. So here dark phase perlite, and this is the cementite. And this is also two phase, and perlite, this is also two phase. Two phase is liquid and solid like this. So after heat treatments, whatever liquid is there, it is converted into the written martensite. So here you will have to say the two types of uh, phases. So this is about the microstructure of white cast irons. Now next, this is the microstructure of gray cast iron. Here also carbon percentage is 3.5, means above 2%. Silicon, this is the 3% is there. Here to study about the microstructure of specimens, you can use this etchant nithal. Nithal, this is the etching agent. And here microstructure shows the dark graphite flux. Dark, this is the dark graphite flux is there. Graphite flux are there. In the matrix of ferrite and perlite in dark phase. So here is the ferrite, and here is the perlite, and this dark phase, it is the graphites. So ferrite appears white as well as perlite laminar structures. So this is the perlite, and this is actually ferrite. So ferrite and perlite, and this black color, it is actually graphites. So this is the graphites. Is it correct? So this is the structure of gray cast irons, perlite and ferrite. Now you can see here 3.5% carbon is there, silicon is higher, but perlite ferrite structure, it is a little bit soft than white cast iron. So this is the white cast iron, it is harder than gray cast iron. Okay, because the perlite and cementite, whenever perlite and cementite structure is there, then that microstructure is very hard, and perlite ferrite structure is a very soft. This is our microstructure of gray cast. Now next, this is the microstructure of SG cast iron or nodular cast iron. Here again, chemical composition same. Nithals, this is the specimen for etching. Okay. So what about the etching that we have seen last time? After making specimen, you have to go for etching. Means we have to apply solutions, wait for 5 minutes, then clean, and then we can see under the microscope. So nithals, this is the etching agent. Cleaning purpose we can use. Here three-phase distinct structure of ferrite, perlite and graphite is observed. So here is the perlite, this is the ferrite, and this is the nodulars. Nodulars, just spheroidal. Spheroidals means circular shape. So this graphite you will have to observe in circular shape. See that this is circular shape. S stand for spheroidal. Spheroidal means circular. If circular shape of the graphite is there, then it is called Hg, gray cast irons. Okay. Hg means ferrodizal graphite cast iron. G for graphite. So here is the graphite structure is there, circular shape. In that ferrite and pearlite is there. The next, this is the also one of the microstructure of molten cast irons. So here gray cast iron, white cast iron, if you mix together, then it is called molten cast irons. So here 3% carbon, silicon 1%. Two types of structure is observed. Dark region is very gray cast irons. So this dark region is gray cast irons. We show the graphite flux. Here some graphite flux are there. While bright region is white cast iron dendritic structure. So here this is the white cast irons, and it is just like tree. So whenever this tree-like structure is there, then it is called as a dendrite from this white cast irons. So here mixing of the gray cast irons and white cast iron, you will get this molten cast iron. So this is the four structure, microstructure we will have to see under the microscope. So here is a white cast iron, gray cast iron, Hg, and malleable cast iron means this is the molten cast iron. Easily we can melt this. So this is the structures, microstructure of various cast iron. Now let us we see uh, in our labs. Okay. So we'll wait for some times, and then I will go to our metallurgy. Presently, I am in the workshop. Now I will go to the our uh, metallurgy labs.
ओके. तिकडलं काय कॅमेरा तिकडलं कसं दिसतं? हा, तिकडलं कसं दिसतं पाठीमाग? Enlarge कसं ना enlarge? हा. Is it visible? Hello. Or shall I take ahead? Now it is visible. Hello. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So regarding gray castains now. So here I have kept one sample on our microscope. See that. So I will touch this my finger to samples. Is it correct? Now it is visible. My fingers. So this is the specimens. So this is the specimens. So this part is actually our cast iron part. Okay. So how we have made this specimen? And after etching, keep on the microscope, and then you will have to see the structure of this. Okay. Now I will put here. Correct. So what it contains here? Dark regions, that is the gray cast iron, where bright regions, this is the white cast iron. So which type of these cast irons? In PPT we have seen alternate layer of gray cast irons and white cast irons. What is this? Just I have shown the PPT. Gray cast and white cast. Specimen. This is the so here, which is these structures? It is written on there. 11 numbers. Now, alternate layer of gray cast and white cast iron, that is maltate. And what about the gray cast irons? Gray cast irons, there is ferrite and perlite. Perlite appears white. Perlite appears white colors. So this is the white colors. Okay, and dark color is there. Little bit dark color is there. Lamellar structure is there. This is the perlite. So here this is the perlite, and this is the ferrite. This you might have seen in your photo. It looks like a green colors. So this is the ferrite, but dark colors. This is the perlite. Okay, so this is the layer of ferrite and perlite in gray cast irons. Where we can use gray cast irons?
It is normally used in making our machine beds. Okay, so this is the one microstructures of gray cast iron. It contains 3.5% carbons, 3% silicons, etchant, this is the nithals, and microstructures. It contains ferrite and perlite. Ferrite appears as white and perlite it is offered as a dark. Okay, now we'll see the next. White cast iron. White cast. Now you tell me which is this. Numbers अजून okay. So here dendrite structure is there. This is the original perlite, and next is the cementites. Okay, so here's if you observe this type of structures, so whatever the green colors are there, so this is the perlite, and next this color is there, this is the cementite. Observed is cementite, intermetallic, this is the cementite part is there. So cementite and perlite, it contained in white cast irons. So dark color is there, no? Dark color. So perlite plus cementite structure is there. So this is the white cast irons. Next. Now we can go for next. This is the malleable or molten cast iron. So this is the mixture of gray cast iron and white cast iron. Combination of two types of structure is observed. Dark region, this is a gray cast iron. So here dark region is there. So this is the gray cast irons, and remaining part, this is the white structures. So gray cast irons you will have to see in the dark, and dark region shows fine graphite flux. So this is the fine graphite flux are there. So this is the malted cast irons, combination of gray cast irons and white cast irons. Now next, the last part, HG cast irons. HG is paradiesal graphite. It contains ferrite and perlite and graphite. It looks like circular structures. Okay, so here graphite and perlite is there. White colors means here you will have to see in green. This is the ferrite, and dark colors, this is the perlite, and it is in circular shape. The graphite, it contains in circular shape. That's why the name is given HG cast irons, paradiesal graphite. Now, if you observe under this microscope on this camera, you will have to looks like the same structure. But if you go to the various structures, now I will show one book with me. This is the actually our HG cast irons. Now you can see this is the HG cast irons. Correct. This circular structure, this is the graphites. Circular structure, this is spheroidal graphite. That's why name is given a circular. See this. Oh. So see that this is our HG cast irons. On my book, clear picture is visible. Now you can see on this our PC also. So green colors and dark color is there, alternate layer of ferrite and pearlites. But the structures of this graphite you have to see in circular shape. Circular shape is there. So that's why the name is given spheroid as a graphite. So this pearlite and graphites are observed. Ferrite, pearlite and graphites are observed. Nodules of graphites, dark in colors are observed. So here, whatever circular shape, this is the graphite structure is there. And remaining part, that is ferrite plus pearlite is there. Okay. So this is about the HG cast irons. So in sequence wise, I will show all types of these cast irons, gray cast irons, white cast irons. So gray cast irons you will have to see here, ferrite plus pearlite. So here microstructure, dark flake type of graphite in the metallic matrix of ferrite and pearlite. Ferrite appears white. So here, this is the ferrite and remaining part is pearlite. So this is the gray cast irons. And this is the white cast irons. So dendritic structure of pearlite and cementite structure is there. White bright phase cementite is observed. So this is the cementite and dark structures, that is the pearlite. Then mixture of gray and white cast irons. Gray, dark and white color, it is white colors. So alternate layers of gray cast irons and white cast irons. Okay, so this is the structures of all types of cast irons you can see under the microscope. So here's already the specimen is there, tables already we studied these microstructures and we will have to see in this our PC. So whenever you will get chance to see the microstructures under the microscopes, you have to see under the microscope. It is better to see with your naked eyes than it is possible to identify. It is little bit difficult to identify the cementite, pearlite and ferrite structures, but by practice more and more, you will get the knowledge how the distribution of pearlite, ferrite and cementites. Whenever gray cast irons and white cast irons mix together, this is called malleable cast irons. HG cast irons, SG, S means spheroidal, spheroidal means circular, G means graphite. Whenever spheroidal graphite is there, then it is called HG. alternate layer of ferrite and perlite is there, gray cast iron is there, and white cast irons, it contain perlite and cementites. So once again, I will repeat. Gray cast irons, it contain ferrite and perlite, carbon percentage above 2%, maybe 3, silicon is their major element. Gray cast iron, fine perlite and ferrite, white cast iron, perlite and cementites, and alternate layer of gray cast iron, white cast iron, it is molten cast irons, it is called molten, or it is called malleables. And if the spheroidal graphite structure is there, then it is called HG cast irons. Okay, so here's in our blackboards, I will going to show this thing, and once again we will discuss, and then we'll conclude today's practicals. Sure. Sure. So along with the PPT actually structures and with these tables, here it's 4 types of cast iron: gray cast irons, white cast irons, molten cast irons, and HG cast irons. So gray cast irons, perlite plus ferrite is there. Only if you observe these structures, gray cast iron, perlite plus ferrite, white cast iron, perlite plus cementite, then molten cast irons, that is gray cast iron, white cast irons, and HG, circular graphites along with ferrite and perlite. So here 4 types of microstructures we have seen here. 4 types of microstructures. Only structures you have to remember what it contain in gray cast irons. Very simple: perlite plus cementites. Only this you have to remember. These structures we get in gray cast irons. White cast irons, perlite plus cementite. And here's this so whatever the rounds I have made, only this you have to remember. Gray cast irons, perlite and ferrite. This is the initial stage of cast iron. If you replace ferrite by cementite, it will become hard. Then if we add white plus gray, then it will become molten cast irons. And if the graphite you will have to see in the circular form, then it is called HG cast irons. HG means Ferradell's graphite cast irons. Once again, we will see in our next lectures. This is the last part of our second chapters. Difference between these 4 types of cast irons, chemical property and use of this. Okay. In our first chapter, classification of metals, there also I have shown these 4 types of cast irons. Here also in practical 4 types of cast irons and their structures. overall, so you can remember three structures only here: ferrite, perlite, and cementite. When perlite, ferrite is there, gray cast iron. When perlite, cementite is there, white cast iron. If you mix together gray cast iron, white cast iron, it will become molten gray cast irons plus white cast irons mixed together. And if the graphite in circular forms, you will have to see the HG cast. So these are the four types of cast irons. Okay, so we have seen the samples of this and related this. Next time we're going to see about remaining theory related to this microstructures, plain carbon steels we have seen last times. Then steels after heat treatment also we'll see this, what will happen in the structures.